You know what time it is. Bang your head to the opening riff.
What's happening, y'all? It's your boy J-Dub here, and welcome to episode 30. Dirty. Can y'all really feel me? East Coast, feel me. West Coast, feel me. 30 South, 30. Motherfucking episode 30 of The Real Rush right here on YouTube. That is at least 10 times longer than I expected this joint to last, but then again, I don't think that there's any, risk of us getting canceled or anything like that. So yeah, to the 7 and sometimes 8 viewers that watch me per week, thank you so very much. We're working on that 100 factor. Someday we'll get there. Someday we're gonna have that blockbuster. Speaking of blockbusters, there was a little movie that came out this week. We're gonna go ahead and get on down to brass tacks here. Episode 30, right here on YouTube. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot to introduce myself. I am your boy J-Dub. Here, in the house, in the vault, filming this joint. I'm still feeling the after effects of it all. And I'm about to get to it. We're going to go ahead and get on down to brass tacks. Because there's an elephant in the room. We're going to just go ahead, put it out there. We start things off because I got a lot of shit to say about it. My no spoiler review of Avengers Endgame. That must be how it feels to feel the power of the stones to flow through you. Oh yes. It's here, ladies and gents. It's here. Avengers Endgame. It's here. It's here. It's been here for a couple days now. By the time I film this, and by the time y'all see this, is about 9 o'clock on Saturday night as I film this. So who knows when the hell y'all gonna see this. But where the fuck do I begin? I know where to begin. Before we actually get down to the official brass tacks here of Avengers Endgame, I do, ladies and gents, have some. It's an exclusive event, okay? Now, usually, especially before a Marvel movie or a Star Wars movie or something that I deem, epic enough to do so, usually what I do is I'll film a little video, 1 minute or less because of Instagram limits, and I will post that joint before I go into the movie. Now, that takes a lot of time to do, especially if you use the full minute. Yes, it do. And trying to get into the movie such as this, well, Avengers Endgame being sold out up at the Airbus, opening night, opening showing, Thursday night, 7 o'clock, which means that your boy had to walk into the building just probably, I think it was a little bit around 5:15-ish. Yet I digress. So since I couldn't have time to upload said video to Instagram and to my said Facebook or whatever other platforms it may end up on, it's saved here for the night. And since it's not just for Instagram, we could go more than a minute. So your boy, we got some exclusive Real Rush footage from up at the Airbus, up on Thursday night, as we awaited Endgame. Let's check it out. Would you look at these crazy sons of bitches? Ooh, do we have to take a ticket? We have to take a ticket. We gotta take a ticket. Gotta take a ticket. Gotta take a ticket.
pay at the pay station before returning to your car.
Ooh, sold out, huh? Not for this boy. Back up here at the Airbus. 12th Street Marvel movie up here at the Airbus. Can a motherfucker get an amen? Can a motherfucker get a hallelujah? Look how many motherfuckers are already here waiting to see Endgame. That means we need to get our ass inside the building. Look at that parking lot. Look what fucking time it is. 5:15, right? Fucking movie doesn't even start till 7. And this place is already packed, which means we need to get our asses up in the building, baby. Bang your head to the opening riff. Or did we already say that? Nah, we probably already said that shit. Yeah. Well, keep banging your head to the motherfucking opening riff. Park the car. I'ma see y'all here a little bit after Endgame. Or maybe before Endgame. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna film when I get up in this piece.
It's about to be on like Donkey Kong up in this motherfucker. Woo!
The only thing I can do
We are here at the Airbus. Ladies and gents, this is my 12th, that's right, count it, 12th straight Marvel movie right here at the Airbus. It's about 5:30. The movie don't even start till 7 o'clock. So that means we got about another hour and a half to be standing in line to see the show tonight. And there's a light on. Ooh, look, there's a light. So we might check back here in a little bit with a little bit more exclusive footage. Have fun, y'all. Love J-Dub. See you after the Endgame. Peace. What's up, y'all? I'm back here. Well, we ain't really left here. It's roughly about 6:30 right now. It's been about an hour since we last spoke with y'all. We got about half an hour until they let us into this joint. I haven't had a lick of anything to drink since about a little bit before 3 o'clock this afternoon. That way, you know, so I don't have to worry about my bladder busting or anything throughout this 3-hour and 2-minute epic that we about to go see here. I just had a talk with one of the ushers here not too long ago. Because I've always wondered, I asked my man a question. I asked my man, just how many people does this theater seat? You know what my man said? My man said 479. I said 479? He said 479, bruh. I said, God damn. He said, I know. And I just think that, check this out for about an hour ago, all right? It looks like just about all 479 people have showed up here, right to the Airbus, here tonight. And by the time y'all see this, I'll have seen Endgame. Some of y'all might have seen Endgame. All these people will have seen Endgame. And the millions and millions of Avengers fans will have already seen and have come to see the smackdown laid upon Thanos' Rudy Poo candy ass. If you smell what the rush is cooking.
Let's not play here like the way it was going. Everybody has their wristband on, right? All right, we're going to load by numbers. So if you jumped in line with some friends that have low numbers up here, you're going to be waiting out because we have to load by numbers. All right? So 1 through whatever. Higher number.
You heard the man. No cutsies, motherfuckers. Oh Oh, my friends, that means you know what time it is. You know what time it is. It's time. We moving, baby. They moving. But it's time to go see Endgame. We're gonna peep y'all afterwards. Peace!
He wanted to give me his keys too. I was just like, nah, just scratch my laptop. Good deal.
And all these scenes will be completely filmed soon. We'll see you after the movie. Peace!
And that takes me back. It takes me back. It takes me back. In fact, one more time, or not one more time because we haven't done it yet, but before we even get, once again, before we get down to the official brass tacks review, Real Rush review of Endgame, we have an audio clip from before the fucking joint. Check this out. It's quite enjoyable.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, one final announcement before we get started. Restrooms located at the bottom of the stairs where you entered in the hallway behind the movie screen. Cannot stress that enough. You need to know where the restrooms are for a 3-hour movie. Top row, handicapped only, sit there at your own risk. Exit at the top of the stairs at the end of the show. Enjoy your documentary about travel in space.
That's how they do. That's how they do. The Airbus, big events. This was my 12th straight Marvel movie up at the Airbus. I've been going ever since Avengers: Age of Ultron. The only other Marvel movie that I've seen outside of the Airbus IMAX theater at the Udvar Hazy Air and Space Museum is Avengers. And I saw that up at AMC Potomac Mills the last day that it was playing in 3D. And that was Independence Day 2012. Your boy couldn't even drive at that point because some things happened, and not ashamed to admit this, I ended up having 2 seizures within a year and a half of each other, and this was about 7 years ago. So we're talking about, you know, the 7 to 9 year ago range, and since that's not normal for somebody at my age at that time to do, they did diagnose me with generalized epilepsy. So if anybody knows that when you're hit with this kind of condition, they take away your driving privileges for a minute. But Avengers, I was not going to miss. So my ass hailed a cab up to Potomac Mills from the Vault. This is before Uber. This is before Lyft. Just so I could see that shit in 3D on the last day that it was playing. That was not my first Avengers movie or Marvel movie. Now I'm going to get to that, and I'm actually going to get to that during the review. So let's go ahead and get to the review of Avengers Endgame here, ladies and gents. Okay. Once again, no spoilers here. None. And I figured out how to do it. So just follow me if you will. Now, Avengers Endgame. It is the culmination of the previous 21 films in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. 21. 21. 21. 20 fucking 1. So this is the 22nd movie. This is the culmination of it all. This picks up right, well, pretty much. Right, yeah. That's it. Yeah. It picks up where Infinity War left off. The remaining Avengers trying to pick up the pieces of Thanos' destruction. And that is the best way that I can describe going into Endgame or coming from Infinity War without spoiling either of them. If you haven't seen Infinity War yet, you gotta get on that shit. And if you haven't seen any of the other movies in the MCU, you gotta get on that shit. But we're gonna get to that, like I said. But we gotta We gotta stick to Endgame. We gonna take some time. We gonna take our time on this shit, bro. Boys and girls, ladies and gents. Holy shit, balls! Such depth. I'd say it's definitely more on the dramatic side, but the flawlessly timed Marvel brand action and humor, of course, that's still gonna be there. It's 3 hours and 1 minute. It sounds long, right? I'm conditioned to sit through movies for however long. Like it don't matter. Like I went to the movies back in the day when at the age of 10, my sister wanted to go see Malcolm X. And that was back in the day when that joint had intermission in it. And if anybody's seen Malcolm X without the intermission, it's about 2 hours and 21 minutes. Do the math. That's where my conditioning came in. Yet I digress. So, back to Endgame. So yeah, that's all there. The action, the Marvel action, the humor, and the drama. I mean, this is the culmination, y'all. This is it. Holy shit. This is it. If Johnnie Cochran were still alive and around to see Endgame, that's what his tagline would have been, or like his review if he had gone into movie reviews and given up the law practice or something. He would have said, holy shit, this is it. That's what Cochran would have said, y'all. Okay, so Robert Downey Jr., Hemsworth, and Evans, they all hold it down as the true veterans of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But, of course, that's notwithstanding the rest, the entire cast. The entire cast, there's way too many. Look at the poster. Look at the poster. Everybody's in this shit. Or are they? Looks can be deceiving, my friend. Or can they? Still no spoilers, motherfuckers. Sorry, I'm gonna be dropping bombs, but if y'all ever watched The Real Rush before and if this is your first time, can't necessarily apologize. This is The Real Rush, and I am J-Dub, and this is what the fuck we dropping here. Everybody holds it down, but quite honestly, I'm putting this out there. With the fact that we did successfully get a superhero movie that got nominated for Best Picture last year, which just happened to be a Marvel Cinematic Universe movie, Black Panther, from last year. And since Robert Downey Jr. has a history of being nominated out of the blue, who saw him get nominated for Best Supporting Actor for Tropic Thunder, which was pretty fucking awesome and bold. And I still stand by that nomination. I'm gonna go ahead and put that out there. Will Endgame get nominated for Best Picture? That remains to be seen. It's definitely pretty high on my list of top movies for this year. We're gonna get to that in a second too. But I'm gonna go ahead and put this out here. I can totally see RDJ getting a Best Actor nomination for Endgame. Tony Stark, Iron Man, the man, son, holding it down like none other. The whole thing. Not the fact that it's 3 hours and 1 minute long. No. It's jam-packed all over. Everything. Because it's the culmination. But it left me just all over done. Just drained, y'all. Like, just bravo. I'm ready to go home. That's... I wanted more, but it was like, okay, I need to, I must recover. And I want to see this joint again, but I need to recover. So, aside from leaving me just drained mentally, emotionally, physically, all that, but in a good way, of course, not, oh fuck, I don't know if I could drive home after this, kind of fucked, but, more, yes, glad I wrote this down. It's more like a sense of achievement. And the whole audience felt it as well. And it was felt amongst the Avenger maniacs, amongst the audience. We were passing it around to each other, brother, like it was a fatty from your pimp daddy. Matter of fact, not only were we just in that shit together up at the Airbus, IMAX, not only did we holler that motherfucker with our just camaraderie, the only other franchise that I've ever felt that kind of camaraderie for, movie-wise, in the theater, would be Star Wars. This is the only thing that it can rival to, nonetheless. But it felt like, to me, like an epic wrestling match. Excuse me. And this shouldn't give anything away, but I liken it a lot to, excuse me here, where'd I put that shit? Yes, I liken it a lot to WrestleMania 30 in the sense of achievement and emotional weight. And WrestleMania 30, in my opinion, is one of, if not the best WrestleManias of all time. Putting that out there. We're mushing that shit together into my Endgame review here. But yeah, not only that, but because of the fact that it felt like an ever wrestling match, and because of the fact that like after it was all over, and it felt like an Iron Man match, to put that little quip in there, to put that little pun in there, fucking, I got a chant going, or I got the opening chant going. Take a listen.
Welcome to the Airbus IMAX Theater, featuring the largest projection screen in Virginia. Please take a moment to turn on all electronic devices. Note that video and photography are prohibited. Refreshments, including popcorn, candy, and drinks, are available for purchase in the lobby. However, food and drink are not permitted in other areas of the museum. Please recycle your trash when you leave after the show. Thank you for visiting the National Air and Space Museum's Stephen F. Udvar-Hazy Center. Enjoy the show.
Woo!
Yeah, that was me. That was me. That was me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm here all week. Well, I'm here once a week. But yeah, holla at your boy. I get to popping. So yeah. Okay, so let's break it down. Do you need to see all of the previous 21 films in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? In my honest opinion, I say yes. I mean, well, first off, there's not a bad one in the bunch. Even the one that's the lowest rated or lowest looked upon is Thor: The Dark World, and I enjoyed the shit out of it. Then again, I'm a movie lover, I'm a movie buff, but there's not a bad one in the bunch. If you haven't seen any of them, or if you've only seen some of them, do yourself a huge favor and catch up as soon as possible. Certain ones more than others, but all of them. Actually, no. Take that, redact that, like the fucking Mueller report. And that's the only political thing I'm gonna say. Wow, I can't believe I just threw that in there. Anywho, yes, see them all. Do you have to see them in any certain order? Oh, why do you want to see them all? Because it's a culmination of everything. Do you have to see them in any certain order? You can, but it's not absolutely necessary, because I sure as hell didn't. Alright, so there's 21 of them, right? 21 movies. Or excuse me, 22 now. Throw the picture. Because I got them all. I caught them all. Fuck Pokemon. There it is. No, don't just throw it up on the screen, man. Make it big. Yeah! That's what I'm talking about, baby. Now that's 20 of them that you see before your very eyes, right by my very thumb, giving the thumbs up. Alright, so that's 20 of them. You can scale it back now. Alright, so that's 20 of them. Actually, no, keep it up there, keep it up there, keep it up there. So that's 20 of them that you see before your very eyes. The only one that is not pictured is Captain Marvel, just simply because shit ain't out on video yet, and obviously Endgame ain't pictured because we talking about it right now. Alright, now you can bring it back. Okay, so out of the 21 previous Marvel movies, this is the order that your boy saw them in. The order that they were received into my brain. Alright, so we want The Incredible Hulk, which I believe I saw in about 2009-ish. No, that's right. About March 2009. Avengers, Age of Ultron, Guardians 1, Ant-Man, Civil War. I actually saw that one twice because it was my birthday weekend, and I saw it the second time in D-Box technology. That was the shit. Doctor Strange, Guardians 2, Spider-Man Homecoming, Thor Ragnarok, Black Panther, Infinity War, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Captain Marvel, Iron Man, Iron Man 2, Thor, Captain America the First Avenger, Iron Man 3, Thor 2, Captain America the Winter Soldier, and then 22 ending with Endgame. Now I know what you're thinking, but Captain Marvel just came out a month and a half ago, and Endgame just came out the other day. You mean to tell me that you did not see fucking J-Dub? You did not see any of the Iron Mans, the first two Thors, or the first two Captain Americas until recently? And the answer is yes. Because that was also a time where your boy did not have a license for different circumstances. A little bit too much glug glug, vroom vroom. Yeah, don't drink and drive. Been there, done that. And definitely done with that. Been alcohol free now for just over 7 years. Thank you. Anywho, but yeah, so that was the order that I saw them in, that they were received into my brain. And the Endgame is the culmination of everything. Everything makes fucking sense. Like that's the best way that I can put it without giving anything away there. So we got to that fucking. Okay. Next up, y'all know one of my biggest factors in rating a movie or reviewing a movie is how long the movie actually is versus how long the movie feels. Now again, Avengers Endgame, as you heard the man say, 3-hour movie. It's 3 hours, 1 minute. To me, honestly, only felt like 2 hours, 20 minutes, maybe 2.5 hours. Like when it got to the climax and shit, or just before the ending credits rolled, I thought there was more. Like I was like, it's only got to be like 2 hours and 10 minutes, 2 hours, 20 minutes at this point. Like, it ain't no 3 hours. I don't have to piss yet. Lo and behold, sure enough, yeah. So that's a good thing. It was so engrossing. Yes. It was so engrossing that by the time we did reach the climax, I completely forgot why the fuck I was there. Completely forgot why we came to Endgame. Just rocked. This joint that completely changed not only the superhero genre but the movie genre in general. Because I mean, look ever since Iron Man 1 came out in 2008, look how many universes have come all of a sudden from different movie franchises and such. Just look at that. This is what started it all. We could thank you, Stan. Put a picture of Stan up, please. Thank you, Stan. He's the man responsible for that trend. Yes, Sir Stan Lee. So the sky's the limit as far as like anything goes, especially the superhero genre following this point, and especially with the future of Marvel. Heh! Yeah, this motherfucker got rhythm. So much, just to go back to wrestling, I hadn't even watched any wrestling in a week. Because I was preparing. I've just finished up by watching the Thor the Dark World and Captain America the Winter Soldier this past week. I ended on Captain America the Winter Soldier. I ended on a really good one. I have to get to how I rate those at a later date, maybe when I get them all on 4K and Blu-ray. But anywho, Rodney, how we running here? Ooh, we running pretty good on just Endgame. So yeah, I can't. Speaking of 4K, I can't wait for this shit to come out on 4K just so I can watch this and Infinity War, or I should say Infinity War and Endgame back to back, Kill Bill style. Because personally, I think that this would flow together as one amazing 5.5 fucking epic hour movie. I would sit through it. Totally balls. Yes. So yeah, that's gonna be happening. But like I said, I do want to see it in theaters again, but it'll be a minute though, because the overall recovery is definitely needed on my part. But for you, see this immediately if you weren't like me, or like the people in the video that we just saw, or one of the millions and millions of others who have already seen Endgame by this point. You definitely want to see it. Alright, 2 reasons you want to see this movie. 1, because it's a phenomenal fucking movie. 2, because there's a lot of spoilers afloat out there, and I want to address this issue right now. Regardless of if you've seen Endgame or not, if you know anything about it, keep your trap shut. Seriously, don't be a dick, yo. Like, so much has gone into this movie. This joint was filmed at the same time as Infinity War. And like certain parts of the script were even kept secret from certain parts of the cast, so nobody knew what the fuck was going to happen until the thing actually got released. So they didn't even know for like a whole year and a half or some shit what the hell was going to happen. So a lot of preparation went into no spoilers. Thanos demands your silence. J-Dub demands you shut the fuck up here on The Real Rush. J-Dub here on The Real Rush is not as nice as Thanos. That is saying some shit if you've been following this whole thing here. So yeah, see this immediately. Given the fact that once again it is 3 hours and 1 minute, and you want to make sure that you do know where the restroom is. But personally, I stopped drinking anything at 3 o'clock on Thursday, and the movie wasn't even until 7. And that included having to wait in line. I didn't drink anything while I was waiting in line that whole time either. Yeah, definitely when it comes to the alcohol, yeah. Don't be like the drunks that were sitting behind us. I mean, okay, so you drank too much, you gotta go to the bathroom back and forth. Great. Do what you gotta do, homeboy. It's your loss in the movie. But they were blah throughout the movie, and right at a certain point, homeboy yelled out something that I think may have given something away, but I caught it real quick and did the. So yeah, that's almost a fightable offense. Seriously. So don't be a dick. Avengers Endgame just may be, another bold statement, the greatest superhero movie of all time. It certainly an overall just astounding movie, go see Avengers Endgame right now. Holla at your boy when you do. When you see it, please holla at your boy so that way I can finally start having people to talk to about this shit and we can converse. Yes. Rodney, how we doing? We got to wrap it up for the first half. It was a week. I guess we're doing the second half of this shit because, yeah, Endgame just took up a whole half. So give us a second. We're gonna reset this joint. I don't know what the hell. Just here, watch something. I need my serum. Your boy needed a little bit of a breather after that one too, because if you didn't notice, I just talked about Endgame. It's still up. It's still up. Because I never said, let's go move on to the next thing on the ticket. I just talked about that movie for about a half an hour straight. And didn't fucking give anything away. How you like them apples? Wow. Okay. Alright. So, moving right along. Go see Endgame. Said that already, but I'm saying it a million more times. Alright, so, don't believe I missed anything there. If I did, I'm sure it'll come back to me. Anywho, next up on the Real Rush ticket, because we do have something up next up on the Real Rush ticket. Family, as I mentioned last week, was supposed to be playing at the Angelica this week, but I'm assuming that due to the influx of showings for Endgame, that's the one that got the boot. I'm not sure if we'll see that at some point. Fingers crossed. If you were looking for that review, I do apologize. I do not have that review for you, but once again, fingers crossed. You know, make that rush wish. That we will see that and have that review for y'all at a later date. And that rush wish is so important because apparently that shit comes true sometimes. Because the movie that I have to replace Family for y'all this episode, Dirty 30, is a movie that I mentioned a million times. We gonna have it for y'all next week, next week, next week. Oh, I'm sorry I missed it because it was playing over here, and now I missed it because it ain't playing over here no more, but it's playing 300 miles this way, and we cannot rush that far that way. All types of crazy shit happen, but what did your boy say? Somehow that your boy wished, you know, that if movies got enough exposure, that they would move to, you know, wider areas in certain markets, or maybe even different theaters in certain markets. Just kind of like move around the area, almost in like a roadshow kind of format, if you will. Well, ladies and gents, just earlier today, as I found out just yesterday, Cinema Arts, big kudos to y'all, brought out The Public. Finally, that made The Rush. I don't have the fucking jersey with me right now. I'll have to put up a picture of it, because I do have a picture of my jersey. Here, go ahead and throw it up real quick, because I'll go ahead and mention it. This joint is season 3 entry number 55. I don't remember how the exact riff of Sammy Hagar goes, but hey, yo, Sammy Hagar, don't come beat my ass, dude. I like Sammy Hagar. Sammy Hagar, you the shit, dude. Anywho, but yeah, that's my custom-made Phi Kappa Theta jersey, representing Phi Cap for life, of course. And on the back, 55. Couple reasons. 55, Junior Seau's number. Junior Seau was the reason I became a Chargers fan. 2, it's just a cool looking number to have on the back of a jersey. And 3, that way, I can't drive 55. And lucky for me, couple years after I got this jersey, I started the real rush, and now every time I hit the 55th movie of every season, I usually wear that jersey, but I didn't know that I was going to see the public today because what had happened was I was sitting there getting my car worked on this morning, just getting general maintenance on, making sure that it's, good to go. I'd already did the inspection a couple weeks ago, but I needed to get the oil change and shit. And I got out of that joint mad early, so I said, let me go catch the public. So I did not get a chance to rock my home turf, fucking jersey, George Mason colors and everything today. But that's okay. And I didn't get a chance to record a video for that either because of time constraints. And I can't even post that video because I normally have the Sammy Hagar joint playing in the video, and I've been doing really good about not violating any copyright laws on this motherfucker in 30 episodes, and I'm not starting now. So, boom. So we're gonna have to just trust me. I can't drive 55. Alright? You're just gonna have to trust me. So, boom. Back to the public. So, we finally saw the public. And if y'all don't know what the public is, that I've been ranting and raving about for these last couple weeks, we were supposed to see this shit on WrestleMania weekend. That was like 3-4 weeks ago almost, or somewhere around there. Anywho, this joint, written and directed by and starring good sir Emilio Estevez as a librarian who gets embroiled in a sit-in at the library that he works in when a bunch of homeless patrons who usually, come to the library, catch up on reading and stuff, stay educated, good for them. Well, during a brutal cold snap in Cincinnati, they refused to leave the library one night because they want to seek shelter there. And in doing so, this ends up involving, or culminating, or not necessarily culminating, but leading up to a standoff with the authorities. Sounds really good, right? It sounds almost like, and of course you got media thrown in there as well, their coverage of it. So it kind of sounds like some John Q or Mad City with John Travolta and Dustin Hoffman, mixed in with a little bit of Dog Day Afternoon even. Yeah. With all these elements and this stacked cast. Listen to this. So in addition to Emilio Estevez, we have Alec Baldwin, who plays the negotiator, has some issues of his own. I really like the side stories to this movie. You got Christian Slater, got Jenna Malone, Taylor Schilling, Michael K. Williams, Jeffrey Wright, and Gabrielle Union. Gabrielle Union playing the reporter, more obsessed with her image than getting the story straight and shit. Right? Sounds like a really good movie. Really stacked cast. Actually, it is getting coverage actually because it seems it's jumping from theater to theater. I've never seen a movie do that in this area before. That's, dare I say, at least in the Real Rush's timeline, unprecedented, dare I say. Was it worth the wait? Absolutely. I will admit, towards the ending, it does get a little hokey. But that aside, I really liked the public. This was a solid movie. And you saw my reaction there to the cast and the storyline and all that. Yeah, just a really good blend of, there's a little bit, mostly drama, but there's some humor in it. And got great audience reaction. I don't think there was couldn't have been more than maybe 5 of us in the theater. Me included, of course. But the laugh points got laughs, and it's nothing hard-hitting. It's just a good movie. Yeah, so see it when, where, while you can. Once again, the public. It's unlimited, but again, it's worth the wait. In this area, as far as I know, the only place that is playing it is Cinema Arts in Fairfax. So, the public, check it out. I took like a quarter of the time with the public as I did with Endgame. But yo, Endgame, hey, that's a long ass movie, and I'm really surprised that I got through it without spoiling a damn thing. At least I hope I didn't. I won't know until I go to look at the replay when I edit this shit. As I'm catching up on wrestling, because yes, I'm about to go on a huge wrestling binge. I just went on my Marvel binge, alright? And in order to avoid any spoilers from wrestling, I have avoided certain social media sites, and I haven't even watched any cable. I've been watching my Blu-rays and stuff for the last couple of days. So yeah, that's been great. So anywho, for episode 30 of The Real Rush right here on YouTube, ladies and gents, that is a wrap. Man, a little bit longer than intended, expected, but hey, I think I gotta give myself the Real Rush golf clap for this episode, because I think I kept it pretty coherent, especially in contrast to last week's episode, the 420 episode, the late night shoot episode. I ain't had a late night shoot like that in quite a while, ladies and gents. So if you watched it, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the offbeatness of the usuality of that is The Real Rush. As you can see, I got my treatment back and everything. I wasn't just flowing too much off the script. Because if that was the case, the whole episode would have been an Endgame review. And I'm really surprised that I didn't slobber on myself as much as I thought I was going to. Anywho, please join us right here next week in episode 31 of The Real Rush right here on YouTube, where I will have reviewed for you. Got a pretty big week next week. I was going to save the public and try to see that this coming Monday night, but because I didn't know if I was going to see that today, that would have made that next episode even better, or even bigger. But yeah, so with that out of the way, or not out of the way, shouldn't say it like that, but now we have episode 31 up on the horizon, and I will have reviewed for you. We have Long Shot. That would be pretty good, I think. It looks like it could go here or there. I'm not sure. It's got that feel to it. But those types of movies do tend to do well at this time of year. We're going into May, y'all. It's blockbuster season starting. Summer season starting. We got The Intruder. That's the one I'm actually really interested in. Because even though it looks kind of cliche and shit, it looks like it has an old school vibe to it. And I am looking forward to seeing Dennis Quaid just playing some whacked out fucking lunatic. Ugly Dolls. Now, the fact that next weekend is such a big weekend, just if for any reason I cannot make it to any movie, that just may be the movie that I delay for a later time. I'm getting an Emoji Movie vibe from it. I'm not gonna lie. Before some movies, this doesn't happen all the time, especially when you're in the field of mine that I've seen now, you know, over 430 movies in the last 2 years. You know, you can't get, you know, your head wrapped around something before you see a movie, because it could fuck up your experience. This is not giving me a good vibe. It is giving me an Emoji Movie vibe. So hopefully, think it positively. If I do go in with low expectations for any reason, it can only get better. So, Ugly Dolls, we should hopefully have that for y'all. This next one came out of nowhere. Just started seeing commercials for it during Monday Night Raw a couple of weeks ago. El Chicano. This looks pretty good. If you haven't seen a trailer or a commercial for it, definitely recommend you check that out. I think it's got George Lopez in it, so that would be pretty cool. I don't think he's El Chicano, though. That would be kind of... patent pending on that screenplay. We'll also have the White Crow. That's Ray Fiennes. He's in it, and he does direct it. And this is the story of Rudolph Nureyev and his asylum-seeking situation. And last but most certainly not least, we also have Red Joan. Kind of popped up on the radar recently. But yeah, pretty stacked episode for y'all coming up. Episode 31 of The Real Rush right here on YouTube. So please tune in next week for those and more. As you can see, you're on the Real Rush. Anything can happen at any time. So, in the meantime, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, shit like that, go ahead and type those on the YouTube page that you happen to be viewing this very episode on right here. And if you haven't subscribed to the to the Real Rush channel here on YouTube, what you waiting on? Because if you do follow me on Instagram, the preview doesn't always post at the same time as the episode. The episode might have already been posted for a couple hours. This is especially the case if you haven't noticed the trend in late night episodes or long. Well, actually there really is no trend. It just depends on how my schedule works. So yeah. Shit happens. So subscribe. That's basically what I'm saying. That way you're staying tuned and you'll be notified as soon as the episode drops on this joint. Okay? Okay. Alright. And please continue to spread the word of the Real Rush. Like everybody should be spreading love these days, everybody. For reals. Spread that love. And tell your peoples, how many people do you know that have seen over 430 movies? Two eyes have seen over 430 movies in the theater, all never before seen, no repeats. Who else do you know comes and takes the time to review them all? That's his passion, getting on down to it. Only your boy J-Dub. Once again, join me right here next week here on YouTube for episode 31 of The Real Rush. But until then, if you haven't done so as well, please continue to follow me on Instagram for my live movie check-ins as they occur, and that is at JDubChampion, hashtag The Real Rush. And for The Real Rush, I am your boy J-Dub, ladies and gents. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in. Can't wait to see y'all next week. Can't wait to hear y'all's thoughts once again on the Endgames. After those start rolling in after this weekend and whatnot. Yes, please, let's converse. Let's meet at lunch even, please. Just let your boy know. Yeah. So yeah, let me get on with my wrestling binge. So when you're at the movies, please enjoy yourself. But when you're at the movies, gotta keep it chill, yo. Please keep it chill. Don't be like the guys behind us with their Stella Artois drinking asses up at Endgame. I did see that. I went to go look behind me, and it was at least like 10 bottles, and that might have been just for one dude. Like, Jesus. Like, I know theaters have started to serve alcohol and whatnot, but like, compose yourself a little bit, man. And that's coming from me, all right? And now that's a different story for a different time. Maybe we'll do like a real life story behind the Real Rush or something someday. But that's a different story for a different time. But anywho, just keep yourself, chill. Even if you ain't drinking, just, keep that babbling. Chill. At least learn how to whisper. The cell phone's gotta be muted, at least on vibrate, and the brightness turned down. And same for the smartwatches, that whole motion shit. Give me motion sickness and shit. Throughout the theater, throughout the movie. Hey baby, I got the potion. Take a sip of this and put your back in motion. But yeah. Alright, y'all. Have fun, y'all. Love J-Dub. And we'll see you next weekend. Peace out. As I remarked to the ticket lady up at the Airbus just before Endgame, it's one of those moments in life that you're really hyped for and shit, Like, you're so excited for it. You can't wait for that shit. But at the same time, you almost don't want it to come. Because you kind of don't want that rush. Pun intended. You don't want that to end. Now that it is over, what else what else is there to look forward to? You know?